The asylum on the hill still stands, its decayed brick and iron bars holding secrets that refuse to die. What was once a place of supposed healing became a house of horror, its past soaked in suffering. Built in 1874 as the Athens Lunatic Asylum, the Ridges was meant to be a refuge for the mentally ill, but its history took a much darker turn. What happened behind its walls has left an imprint that time cannot erase, and those who step inside feel the weight of its past pressing down on them. Patients were committed for reasons that seem unthinkable today: women locked away for hysteria, veterans suffering from PSD, and individuals cast aside for their differences. Overcrowding became a problem. By the 1950s, the Ridges housed nearly 2,000 patients, double its intended capacity. The treatments were brutal. Ice baths that plunged people into shock, electroshock therapy that left them twitching and vacant, and lobotomies performed with horrifying regularity. The tools of the trade, rusted picks, restraints, and stained surgical tables, have long been removed, but their presence lingers. Perhaps the most chilling story is that of Margaret Schilling. She was a patient who mysteriously vanished in December of 1978. The staff, used to patients wandering off, searched half-heartedly at first. Days passed, then weeks. It wasn't until January 12, 1979, that they found her. She was lying in an abandoned attic, her body frozen in place, her vacant eyes staring at the ceiling. But what terrified them most wasn't the state of her corpse. It was what she left behind. Where her body had rested, the floor bore a stain, a perfect outline of her form. The mark defied cleaning attempts. Even today, it remains, as if the asylum itself refused to forget her. Those who visit the room report hearing soft giggles, whispers that seem to come from nowhere, and a feeling of being watched. Some have even claimed to see a figure in old-fashioned clothes standing near the stain, only for her to disappear into thin air. The cemetery behind the Ridges is another place where the dead refuse to rest. Over 1,900 bodies are buried there, their graves marked only by numbers, forgotten patients, stripped of their names, their identities erased by time. It's said that some still roam the grounds, lost between this world and the next. Paranormal investigators and visitors alike have reported eerie sensations, cold spots in the air, distant voices calling names, and shadow figures drifting between the tombstones. One building, the tuberculosis ward, is particularly active. Tuberculosis ran rampant among patients, and those infected were isolated. Many never left. People walking past have heard the sound of coughing in the empty halls, and ghostly apparitions have been spotted lingering near the broken windows. Some say the air inside is thick with despair, as if the suffering of the past still clings to the walls. Then there's the faceless man. The legend of this entity has persisted for years. Those who have encountered him describe a tall, shadowy figure with no discernible facial features. No eyes, no mouth, no expression, just emptiness where a face should be. He is seen in dark corners at the end of hallways, and sometimes standing behind visitors, reflecting in glass but vanishing when they turn around. Some believe he is the spirit of a patient who was subjected to one too many lobotomies, his identity erased so completely that even in death, he remains featureless. Others claim he is something else entirely, something that has always lurked in the Ridges, feeding off the torment within its walls. Visitors today still report strange occurrences, doors slam shut on their own, whispers travel down the corridors, and unseen hands brush against skin. Those brave enough to explore at night speak of footsteps following them, heavy breaths in their ears, and the undeniable sense that they are not alone. Some have left in a panic, feeling an unseen force gripping their chests, as if the asylum itself was trying to pull them back. The Ridges may no longer house the living, but it is far from empty. It watches, it waits, and for those who enter, it ensures they never truly leave.
Enjoyed the content? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more awesome videos your way. Don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Thanks for watching.